SGN.
Some good news.
Okay, thank you, John, or Jack Ryan,
John.
Krasinski, hard name to say, for letting us use that. But my good news may not be good news. It's very explosive news. So maybe you should start with your good news.
Okay. My good news is that California they kicked off their antibody COVID-19 testing to try to see who has been exposed, and in an effort to open up businesses, like create security within the population, et cetera. And so hopefully that goes well, and then we will see that testing throughout the country, and then we'll see businesses opening back up.
Wow, that is great news, and it actually kind of leads into my news. My news, I just want you to understand where I formulated this morning, brushing my teeth. I was listening to a lot of self-help books and stuff to stay motivated and positive. But one of the quotes I heard this morning was from one of our founding fathers, Constitution, Ben Franklin. Those who would give up essential liberties to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. And I know you're wondering why I would even bring that up, but I want to ask you a question off of that quote. What is actually flattening the curve? Is it the quarantine or the
Social distancing.
Yes, ma'am. Social distancing. So, off of that idea, I came up with this, and this is to Governor Hogan and all the Montgomery County politicians. We are now opening May 1st. I'm calling it May Day. Okay? May 1st, Evolve Academy is going to open back up, and we're going to follow the CDC guidelines. We have 12 hours in the day. Every hour, what we're going to do is offer private training. So you have to come send us a message and reserve your slot. But we're going to go ahead and open the academy back up. May 1st, May Day.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
It probably isn't a good idea. But listen to this. This is why I came up with it. We talk about all these small business, all these restaurants, car dealership, all these things that are going under, but nobody's even mentioned all these little yoga studios, fitness schools, all these gyms, martial arts academies that are also going to disappear if we don't get this economy back up. So again,
I agree that that is a huge threat. Like, I totally agree with that, because like we're having trouble securing loans because we're small. We don't need a substantial amount of money, so lenders don't want us. They don't want, they can't make anything off of us. I mean, I agree that we're in a really bad spot.
We are in a bad spot. And I've never wanted help from the government or lenders and all that stuff anyways, and we're not going to get it. But the flip side of that coin is, like, what is Governor Hogan going to do to us? What are the local
Fine us.
Yeah, well, how are they
shut us down, board up our doors.
We're going to be shut down anyway. So Evolve Academy is going to disappear anyway. So my point is, I'm just actually trying to get this conversation started. And I want a voice for all those little businesses out there that aren't being talked about right now. So this is why, again, May Day, I think we need to start getting the conversation going, because we're going to disappear. And they can go ahead and find me. If you send the police over here, you don't have to bring SWAT team. I'm going to go quietly, try to get those handcuffs that are tie-ties, because I hate the other ones. Okay, but I'm not going to fight. You can take me. Okay, but this is a statement about our liberties, our freedoms. Our academy's been the community leader here for over 20 years, and we're about to just close the doors over this COVID-19. Now, I looked up some stats, and I don't want to sit here and bring up these worldwide stats, and I know every time I bring up stats, I sound like I don't care. But I want you guys to look up, off of our Worldometer, the stats for car accidents, malaria, alcohol-related, smoking-related, cancer, starvation, and abortion. Abortion, this was amazing to me. 9.9 million abortions. And this is from January 1st to March 25th is the Worldometer stats that I saw. They may not be right. The COVID deaths, 114,000. But again, I don't want to bring up these things because I sound like I don't care. I do care. But I want you guys to know that as we keep these businesses shut down, the deaths that I read off, the suicide deaths, the alcohol deaths, those are going to skyrocket. I'm telling you, people are losing.
I do agree with that. I think mental health, the longer we're shut down, is going to be a major, major issue, and the money that we have to spend on the mental health industry is going to just skyrocket. Suicides will go up, don't you think?
100%.
Domestic abuse has already gone up. I do agree with that.
And
I just am
the
nervous
crime rate
about
is going
your
to jump
means
through the roof.
of rebelling against it.
Well, I've always been a rebel. I served in the Marine Corps. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I love the governor. Hogan, I love you. I voted for you. But somebody's got to get this conversation started. This is just silliness now continuing to kill all these businesses. The after effects is going to be way worse than what we're doing right now. So that's my kind of good news. I guess it's not really good news. It's explosive news. Do you have any ideas on how we can follow CDC guidelines?
If we do open,
Yes, if we do open, and I don't get arrested before, and I don't get the doors boarded up before.
well, I will just pray that May 1st we're allowed to open anyway, but
And you know what? If you think about it, it actually makes complete sense. If you keep the CDC guidelines, I mean, we could even have the students wear masks. We can make some of these.
I mean,
These
we'd
are
have to
pretty
mark
simple.
the floor 10 feet so everyone stays 10 feet apart just to be safe, because if we're sweating and stuff, you know.
We can even
breathing
get
or-
one of those
breathing
little
heavier.
laser guns to check your temperature when you walk in.
We'd have to mark the mat, like the stations and.
Yeah, it's a great idea. Look, she's coming on
I'm
board.
just thinking, like,
She's
between
coming on board.
stations, we'd have to clean everything. Like, this would require a lot of work,
A lot of
which
work.
would, yeah.
But it would be worth it because the main thing is nobody's thinking about all these little businesses. And even if they are, it's pushed to the wayside. Oh, they'll survive. Oh, we got government money. Oh, they're going to come back. Man, my landlord wants to get paid, and I can't pay him. Okay, so I really appreciate everybody that's stuck with us through all this, and all the students that are continuing to pay to help out and doing online classes with us. But again, I want to have something that people can come back to when this is all over. And I think people need to start talking about it. So last thing I would tell you is one of the things that made me go bang this morning as I was brushing my teeth, what is the number one thing that fights against this COVID-19?
Immunity.
Immunity. And that goes with health. Like right now, a lot of you guys are online trying to work out this and that, but I see a lot of my students aren't doing anything. Just eating bonbons, sitting back, eating cookies, whatever. If you get the COVID, they say the number one thing that fights this is your immunity, which is being healthy. So, man, they need to let us open and continue this push on healthy.
We'll talk about this more. We're going to discuss this a little bit more.
Mayday.
You can be
Are you
open
with me?
for discussion. I like your wording there.
I wore the Back to Blue shirt, so listen, if you guys are coming to get me, I'm going peacefully. Make it a great day. Stay positive.